All right, welcome back everybody to Altcoin Daily, where you subscribe for a video on cryptocurrency every day. My name's Austin, and it's great to have you here. You're going to like today's video because in today's video, I want to offer you some perspective. I want to share with you 3 of my biggest regrets as a cryptocurrency investor. And today's not a sad video by any means. These are just mistakes that I've made that I'm going to take and I'm going to learn from to hopefully make me a better investor the last few weeks of this year, a better investor into 2019. Because, and I truly believe this, if you learn from your mistakes, then it shouldn't even really be a regret. And these are things that I've learned. So let's get into it, and like always, let's just take a look at where we stand in the market. Right now, we have a total market cap of about $148 billion. Obviously, almost the lowest we've seen the market, and it was actually about 3 or 4 days ago that almost $40 billion left the market. About 4 days ago, this was at 186. Now it's at 148. So some people are saying that some people are using this to accumulate on the dips, but there's other people are saying that we've a little bit farther down to go. Who knows? Let me know what you guys think in the comments. But look, right now Bitcoin is up 3% today. Actually, everything's up about 1 to 3%, which is good. And right now, 1 Bitcoin costs $4,546. That's the market. I'll be keeping you guys updated. But let's get to some of those regrets. And this is Bitcoin over the last year. And my first regret, and let's zoom out a little, half of last year and all of this year, my first regret came right around here when the cryptocurrency market saw all-time highs. And for guys, a lot of you guys ask me, have you got burned by a specific altcoin? BitConnect, some other lesser known altcoin that you just lost a bunch of money. And the truth is, I'm going to be very honest with you guys. The truth is that I would consider myself a very conservative investor. And just a conservative guy, investment wise in general. I'm not a quote unquote early adopter when the hottest new phone comes out. I'm going to wait. I'm going to see how it goes. That's what I consider myself as. So when I invest, I'm usually a long-term holder. By that I mean at least 6 months to a year, usually. And I would say, and don't quote me on this, but it's around this number. I would say at least 50 to 60% of my portfolio is Bitcoin. I would say the other 25% is high cap coins. And then there's a 25% that include mid to low cap coins. So that's me considering myself a conservative investor. Obviously, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just a guy that's really enthusiastic about cryptocurrency. I try and learn as much as I can. But that's me. So I haven't really been burned on a specific coin. But my first biggest regret is around here. And I didn't, hop in when everybody felt so euphoric, when this was happening. And my biggest regret, let me just get to it, is I waited too long to take profits. The market was rallying incredibly high, and I think a lot of us just felt that it would obviously it wouldn't, it would keep going on forever. When the market got around to end of January, February, a lot of people are thinking it was going to bounce back up. I wish, looking back now, I would have taken more profits on the way up. You never know when all-time highs are going to hit, but on the way up, I wish I would have taken more. Obviously, I think a lot of us have a similar story. While we wish we would have taken more profits on the way up instead of just hodling. That's me. Looking back, I'm going to learn from that as I go. And, obviously, if you haven't sold yet, the market will see all-time highs. The difference about when we see the next bull market is, I feel, only the altcoins and the cryptocurrencies that have actual value behind them. I think those are the ones that will see the biggest gains. But looking forward, that's one of the things that I've learned from. Take more profits, because I should have back then. Next time where we see a big rally might not even be till the end of 2019. Who knows? But that's one thing that I'm going to change. What do you guys think about that? Let me know. My second biggest regret in cryptocurrency. And guys, I'm just talking here, so if I'm stuttering a little bit, usually we plan out, I read you guys the news articles every single day. Today, I just want to share something that I've learned. But number two, it's, what was it? It was investing in some of these altcoins too early. So what was my example? If you don't know what that means, is, for example, ontology. When ontology first came on the market a few months ago, when it first came on the market in March, I did a deep dive on it. I wanted to share with you guys what the hot new altcoin was so you guys can make your own decisions. And there's been plenty like this. I'm just using ontology as an example, but I made a deep dive on ontology. Actually, I forget exactly, but maybe around May or June, somewhere around here when ontology was $6. I think it got up all the way to $8. And as it went back down, everybody was saying, right now it's $1. Everybody was saying is that you got in here, that maybe you got in, it's finally down to $6, $5, and now the time to buy. You guys had that discussion in the comments. And I did find value in ontology, and I am invested. Not a big portion of my portfolio, but I do have a position. And it was the big question, when to take profits. And I ended up finally taking profits when ontology got to the all-time low price at the time of around $4. In my mind, I had waited, I'd waited far longer than I've heard a lot of the other investors that I respect, waited. And I was like, wow, it's finally, low enough. I can finally start to take out a position. And I like to cost average on the way down. I took out some profits. I invested around $4, and then it kept going down. And obviously you're never going to time bottom. I invested again, a little bit of $4, a lot more at $2. And I think that was my last time I took out a position at $2. And I thought, wow, I wish I would have waited till I got to $2, but who knows? We all thought the market might rally back up again as we got nearer towards the end of the year. And I was like, oh, wow, it's a little regret of mine. I invested in this altcoin too early. And it's not really a regret because you can't time these things. Again, I cost average on the way down. But I would say, I especially felt like a dope when it got all the way down to $1. And it's around $1 right now. I could have got in at $1, got almost 4 times the value that I got for it compared to $4. And looking back, I'm going to learn from that. How am I going to learn from that if you can't time these things? Well, there's no really way you can other than, have something in your mind and just kind of get a sense of what's best for you. But for example, if say something would have been different and I would have waited when it was $4 and waited when it was $2, and let's say the market took a different position and we started slowly working our way up, and ontology got back to 6 and 7 and 8 and it kept climbing, would I have regretted that? Yeah, there's no real way you can win, but if that would have happened, then I would have been glad to admit to myself, I missed this one. It's all right. It wasn't the right time for me, and it's all right because I've invested in plenty of other cryptocurrencies that I felt were at the right time. But I'm just saying, you got to be prepared. If you wait too long and you miss it, then hey, you missed it, and that's okay. As we know, the market always could drop further. I don't want to ramble, guys, so that's number 2. Let me know if you relate or you completely disagree. That's fine. But my third biggest regret in cryptocurrency, the big one, and this is one I'm really going to learn from. What do you think it is? So let me know in the comments. And again, feel free to give the video a like. Just helps the channel grow and lets me know you guys want more of this realistic content like this. But my number one regret as a cryptocurrency investor is not getting into cryptocurrency sooner. That's truth. And if that's and obviously we all wish we would have got back in 2009, even though it was near impossible for anybody to get in 2009 unless you were a tech guy. But maybe 2013 or 14, I clearly remember hearing about Bitcoin around 2013 or 2014, and I just brushed it off. Like I think a lot of other people still do today. It's like, probably a fad, right? Probably it'll die, like pet rocks or anything. But when I've only been in cryptocurrency for a few years. So when you guys accuse me of being rich, I'm just an average dude that's made some good investments and it's looking to make a lot more. So I wish that I would have got into cryptocurrency, back when I first heard about it. One thing that first really opened my eyes to cryptocurrency is the Joe Rogan podcast when he had Andres Anopoulos, hope I'm pronouncing that right, on his podcast, and learn about it. I think that's the biggest reason that people aren't involved in the space now, because they don't really know about it. It's hard for a mind to comprehend something that has really no understanding of digital money. So how is it real? That's the mindset. And one more piece of perspective that I want to offer you guys is another big question. So maybe this is sort of a Q&A as well. When will mass adoption happen? When do you think? I mean, we say 5 to 10 years or whatever, but what's going to trigger it? For a while, I've been saying, we need some sort of DApp, decentralized application that just launches everybody into, makes it everybody excited about cryptocurrency. But I no longer think that's the biggest piece. That's a part, but the thing that I think that we'll see in the next 5 to 10 years that's going to allow people to come into the space massively for mass adoption, I think, is when cryptocurrency is so integrated into society that people aren't even going to know that they're getting into cryptocurrency because they don't need to. I think bakkt is going to be a big one. Obviously, we know it was just delayed to beginning of 2019. When people can just be at a Starbucks and press a button, I want to pay with Bitcoin or Starbucks coin, or pay digitally, when they hardly even know it's cryptocurrency and it's just integrated into society, whether that's electric cars, smart cars or anything, when it's just so easy, that's when I see mass adoption being. Guys, that's my spiel for today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I'll be responding to every single comment in the comment section today, and that's because tomorrow is Thanksgiving, so there won't be a video tomorrow. Me and my brother, we're going to spend that with our family. Hope you guys do the same if you're in America or if you celebrate Thanksgiving. But all right, team, thank you guys, and we'll see you on Friday.